In this video, we are talking all about stop waiting for your manifestation and what that means and what you can do to stop waiting. So stay tuned. I'll be your light. Be your light. Hey lovelies, welcome back to the Manifestation Sisters community. My name is Leah.
My name's Tia.
Here on this channel, we are helping you to master your mind and manifest all of your desires. Before we jump into the video, we do want to let you know that myself and Tia do offer one-to-one next level you coaching. If you want to find out more about that, the link is in the description box down below.
Okay, so let's jump into this video. So, when you are waiting for your manifestation, this can look different for many people, but essentially, you're in a state of not being the version of you that has what it is you want. So it can look like you feeling anxious. It can look like you constantly checking the 3D. It can look like you being outcome dependent of like if something isn't happening the way you want it to in that moment, you think you're doing something wrong and you're making it mean you're not getting what it is you want. And this can kick up feelings and emotions from our thinking of doing things wrong and waiting, of like anxiety, self-doubt, fear, and many other emotions like that. So in this video, we're going to specifically go into like what causes you to be in a waiting state and how to essentially shift out of it so you can essentially get what it is you want to manifest.
Yeah, because when you're in a state of waiting, essentially what this means is you are in a version of yourself that doesn't have what you want. So if you're waiting for the SP to show up, if you're waiting for the money to come in, if you're waiting for the business to suddenly take off, you're identifying with a version of you that doesn't have what you want. So it's you then re-identifying and noticing yourself in that moment to be like, okay, I'm waiting here. What am I waiting for? If I truly know that I'm the creator of my reality and I can manifest anything that I want, every time throughout my day or when I choose to do it within my day, that I do my tool or technique or I affirm for what I want or I'm doing it in a conversation or a visualization, that is me in that moment selecting the version of me who has the thing I want and experience the thing I want. So what we want to do is we want to carry that with us throughout our day. And then how we carry that with us throughout our day, after we've finished doing what we need to do for ourselves so we've identified with it, we can go about our day and know that something is coming, know it's going to happen, know that this thing is unfolding for us, rather than being like, okay, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to sit here and wait for it and just, be in that state of I do not have, where we want to be in the state of, no, I do have it. It is mine. It is coming. This is meant for me because I say it's meant for me. I get to have everything that I want and keep going about your day and living your life.
Yeah, it's essentially a gentle reminder of you shifting your thinking, your feelings, your beliefs, which shifts you into the state of having. Because everything that Leah just said is you essentially shifting your mind and gently reminding your mind of, no, this is my truth. And we'll give an example so you can really put this into perspective. We use SP as an example. You're manifesting SP. But today you particularly woke up and realised the fact of, where is it? You've been doing the tools, you've been doing the techniques, but you can't help but look into the 3D reality and see that SP hasn't messaged you. You've checked your phone again. Where's my fucking message? In that moment, you're checking the 3D. In that moment, check the 3D and allowed yourself to re-identify with the fact of it's not here yet. Where is it? So you're perpetuating a reality and being a version of yourself that doesn't have this thing. And how you essentially shift back into the not waiting is to essentially attach yourself with the version of you that has what it is you want. So essentially you become the version of you that is already experiencing your desires. And what I mean by that is the thinking, the thoughts, the feelings that will essentially shift you out of this reality where you don't have into the reality where you do have. And it's a conscious choice you have to make with yourself to be like, okay, I've just re-identified with the fact that I don't have this thing. What can I do in this moment by shifting my thinking, my feelings, my beliefs into that which I do have? And it's a simple thing of, and this is how I do it for myself, of, okay, the version of me that has what it is they want, what would they be thinking in this moment? Oh, okay, and if that's too hard, what would the version of me be feeling in this moment? She would feel ease, she would feel safe, she would feel secure. And what you're doing is like the previous video, you're shifting yourself out of the lack into the having or into the believing it's on its way to you. And it's a simple shift that you're doing. And the more you consistently do this, you're essentially closing the gap in that moment of not waiting. And then you've essentially become the version of you that has what it is you want.
Yeah, because you've selected that reality and that version of you that is actually experiencing the manifestation now, who already has it, you know, because when we're sitting there noticing we don't have what we want, we keep re-identifying with it, like I said, and we want to stop identifying with that version of ourselves. We want to now change our internal state, our internal being, to saturate, to impress the subconscious mind with the version of us who's experiencing what we want, so that it can get pushed out, despite what we see in the 3D. And when you can really saturate your inner experience with, I have this thing, this is my reality, you're not so bothered by the 3D anymore, because you know it's an old manifestation. You know it's a byproduct of your old thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions. And you know that the old version that you experienced of SP was just based on that as well. So you can continue to perpetuate your news story and then go throughout your day knowing it's coming, knowing it's done, and it must be. And it's having faith and belief and trust in yourself and your own ability as the creator of your reality to know, like, this is your movie, this is your life. You get to live it the way that you see fit. But as you having that faith and that belief in yourself and not waiting for the thing to happen, but knowing it's a done deal, knowing it's inevitable, knowing that it must get pushed out, because that's how powerful you are.
Yeah, I think you said that perfectly. And what this video is to really bring into your attention, guys, the way you stop waiting for your manifestation, it's a practice and a deliberate choice and decision you make with yourself each day. When you have the conscious awareness, of you shifted into that waiting state, checking the 3D, being anxious, when you're worrying that what you want isn't going to come, what can you do in that moment to ease the resistance, have a bit of relief within yourself, to know, to re-identify and to recalibrate to the version of yourself that has what it is you want and knows that it's either done or it's on its way to you.
Yeah. And you do that with your tools and techniques. And every time you do your tool and technique, you are shifting, you are transforming yourself into the version of you that has what you want. You know, and the more you do that, you are creating a new internal reality for yourself that will essentially get pushed out. So we hope you liked this video. Be sure to share, comment, and subscribe, because it helps the channel grow and get the message out there. And we love having you all here. Like I said at the start of the video, if you want to work with myself or Tia 101, the link is in the description box down below, and we will see you in the next video.